Welcome to my channel. Today we will learn how to measure charge to mass ratio of electrons and explore their fundamental properties. Before we dive into the topic, why should we learn charge to mass ratio of electrons? Because this ratio helps us understand the behavior of electrons in electric and magnetic fields, which is fundamental to many areas of physics and technology. The charge to mass ratio was first measured by J.J. Thomson in 1897 using a cathode ray tube. His experiments demonstrated that cathode rays were composed of negatively charged particles. Later, he named electrons. So, this is the cathode ray tube made of glass. Two metal plates called electrodes, cathode and anode, connected with high voltage battery, and applying electrical and magnetic field perpendicular to each other as well as to the path of electrons. At the end of the tube attached a fluorescent screen. See the definition of fluorescent screen. Now let's discuss about the experiment. In previous experiments, scientists did not use the electrical and magnetic fields. In this experiment, when he applied only electric field, the particles deviated from their path and hit the cathode ray tube at point A. Similarly, when he applied only magnetic field, the particles strike the cathode ray tube at point C. So, in the absence of electric and magnetic field, they hit the screen at point B. So, this is the experiment. Thomson said that the amount of deviation of the particles from their path in the presence of electrical or magnetic field depends upon mainly three things. First is the magnitude of the negative charge on the particles. If the particle shows greater negative charge, so they deviated from their path and shows greater deflection. Second is the mass of the particles. Lighter the particles, they shows greater deflection. Particles which having very light, they shows the greater deflection. And the third is the strength of the electrical or magnetic field. If we increase the voltage across the electrodes or strength of the magnetic field, the electrons deviated from their original path and shows greater deflection. So, Thomson determined the value of E by ME by carrying out accurate measurement on the amount of deflections observed by the electrons on the electric field strength or magnetic field strength. So, here E by ME is equal to 1.758820 into 10 to the power of 11 coulombs per kg. Here ME is the mass of the electrons in kg and E is the magnitude of the charge on the electron in coulombs, and electrons are negatively charged, so the charge on electron is negative. So, in 1909, Robert A. Millikan conducted an experiment called Millikan oil drop experiment. Was designed to measure the charge of the electrons. See the apparatus: chamber with transparent windows, a light source, an atomizer to produce tiny oil droplets, and two metal plates, one above and one below, creating a uniform electric field between them. So, in this method, oil droplets in the form of mist produced by the atomizer were allowed to enter through a tiny holes in the upper plate of electrical condenser. The downward motion of these droplets was viewed through the tube equipped with a micrometer eyepiece. By measuring the rate of fall of these droplets, Millikan was able to measure the mass of oil droplets. The air inside the chamber was ionized by passing a beam of X-rays through it. The electrical charge on these oil droplets was acquired by collision with gaseous ions. So, the fall of these charged oil droplets can be retarded, accelerated, or made stationary depending upon the charge on the droplets and the polarity and strength of the voltage applied to the plates. By carefully measuring the effects of electrical field strength on the motion of oil droplets, Millikan concluded that the magnitude of electrical charge Q on the droplets is always an integral multiple of the electrical charge E. That is Q is equal to Ne, where N is equal to 1, 2, 3. So he calculated that charge on electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So this is the Millikan oil drop method. In my next video, we are going to learn about discovery of protons and neutrons. And please like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.